and welcome back to What Wants Tarot. My name is Carmen, and today we've got a reading for you about somebody that is realizing that there are difficult things that they may have to deal with in the near future. Maybe you've got a family reunion planned. I'm just kidding. There's perhaps some difficulty with family or finances with the Ten of Pentacles in the reverse. But the Ten of Swords in the very beginning here is in the reverse, I feel, because you have taken steps or you're about to take steps to kind of like if you know there's a storm and you have storm shutters, you're closing the storm shutters. I know things are going to be a little bit difficult, but I also know that I can take action to minimize the damage or, not have to take as difficult a hit or deep a hit, right? I can save money, or I can minimize the conversation I have with somebody in my family that doesn't necessarily always go very well. So your intuition is going to guide you. Let's call in spirit with a little bit of wind chime time. And I hope you're having a good day. Hello, Key Controller. Hello, Holy Yoga. Hello, William. How we doing? If you're interested in a personal reading, you can find my email address in the description box below. And we're going to start with the Golden Lenormand. Hello, Empress. Hello, Ralph. How we doing? We've got number 19, the Tower, and number 10, the Scythe. So this could be somebody who feels like they could have some risk of losing their job. There could be some fear that they're going to be booted from some sort of organization. The Tower in the Lenormand is less so about, change that happens or a change in perspective, and more about some kind of organization, maybe even a building, but I feel like this is a company. It could be a group like a board or like a book club, but the Scythe is indicating that there's some issue here. And if the issue is not resolved, there could be some problems that impact the entire company. This is the Rider-Waite or the Waite-Smith. What else do we have? Six of Pentacles in the reverse. Two of Swords and the Queen of Pentacles. It feels to me like we have a choice between loyalty and loss. And it's not an easy decision. It may be that you don't really feel comfortable with this crossroads. I don't know if I have the information. It's coming through as like a math problem where you don't have all the details or the numbers that you need in order to calculate the answer. There's some nebulous factor here. Knight of Swords, Wheel of Fortune, Queen of Cups. There's information that comes in quickly that changes the situation and offers some compassion or makes things feel a little bit safer with this Queen of Cups. But I feel whoever is this Knight of Pentacles, you have some sense that it might be a temporary sense of peace. Okay, so we've worked through that issue, but are you going to have another problem again in the near future? It's like, I've already seen you not do well with payroll, or I've already seen you not do well in terms of time management. So I expect that issue to come up again. So because someone has already shown you that there's a weakness here within this organization, you anticipate there being further issues. High Priestess in the reverse. King of Pentacles and the Ten of Swords in the reverse. That is what prepares you, or that is like the advantage you have is you see the tendency for something to repeat. You already know that this has happened. You feel like it's going to kind of snowball because whoever this King of Pentacles is, they don't seem to appreciate the idea of a calculated risk, if that makes sense. If you're going to take a risk, at least like assess the situation, look at the options that you have and choose the thing that has the greatest chance of, a positive outcome. This is somebody who, if they were a gambler, they suck at it. And so whoever you are, you understand that there's probably going to be issues again because this person is not making the best of decisions. Maybe they, close down the most successful department or fire someone who's really good on the sales team. Here's the other tower, and it's no surprise that it's clarifying the Knight of Swords because this is fast moving energy. This is that storm warning. There's something that's about to happen and you feel that it's very likely to happen. So if you're going to fire me or if the company is going to go out of business, then what am I going to do to make sure that I feel prepared in that situation instead of discombobulated or, kind of like in shock? So not a bad approach, right? Very logical. Hello, Laura. How are you doing? Hello, Rachel. What's up, Tiana? You're funny. This is the Pause Tarot. Hello, Corey. Did I say hello to Ralph? I hope you're doing well. Hello, Danny. Hello, Christine. Hello, Amy. So Temperance is clarifying the High Priestess in the reverse. Wheel of Fortune, clarifying the King of Pentacles. There's a way for this problem or this storm to be avoided, but the King of Pentacles is apparently not willing to listen to that advice. Six of Cups in the reverse. This person has a lesson to learn in terms of taking a new approach. They're stuck in their ways. Seven of Swords in the reverse. King of Wands and the Two of Cups in the reverse. There's going to be a harsh reality for this King of Pentacles. It looks to me like there's someone who is kind of seen as a peer, like on their same level, right? This King of Wands is known for their honesty, and they say very directly to this King of Pentacles, whatever you're doing is a bad idea. You don't even understand how it'll impact the other areas of your business, but I do. And I'll tell you right now, if you want to be successful, you should change course. Wheel of Fortune. So the King of Pentacles ignores advice, doesn't want to do what people tell him, does what they do anyways. It's going to lead to this storm, right? This tower. But there's this King of Wands, a notable person who agrees with the other people, telling this King of Pentacles, oh, I wouldn't do that. Wouldn't do that. They do it anyways. And this King of Wands is like, you still have time to like make this right. I don't think you understand. This Two Cups in the reverse, Two Cups isn't always a reference to love, right? And this definitely feels like more of a professional or like career-based reading. This is somebody who's like, if you really do this, if you ignore everybody, you're going to see consequences you didn't even dream of. The Moon and the Sun. The thing is, it's completely out of this person's character. The King of Pentacles seems to enjoy stumbling through life. Sorry. There's an easier way to do this. They don't seem to listen to the people that are on their own team, listen to the people who want to see them succeed or at least want them to make it across the finish line. So they have a bit of an ego. I know things can get done this way, so I'm going to do them that way, even though there are people telling me that that's not the best way to do it. Yeah. Difference of opinions, right? Hello, DM. How are you doing? Hello, Frederick. How are the aliens doing? Judgment. Ace of Swords. Ten of Pentacles. This King of Wands knows what they're talking about. This is a respected person who's made, like you cannot really contradict them. It would be unwise because they are seen as like a guru or an expert, right? Maybe this is even like the person who founded the company originally, or maybe even a parent for the King of Pentacles. But this King of Wands looks at the King of Pentacles and says, look, you're doing something everyone told you shouldn't do, or you're doing something and you think it's a good way to, you know, make lots of money. And I'm telling you right now, it's not going to work. But you have this opportunity because things aren't official yet. Like you could nullify that contract. You could, I don't know, bring back that engineer that you didn't get along with. That's critical for the success of the company. There's very important advice, and it's all hinging on whether or not this King of Pentacles decides this time to actually heed the advice of somebody else. But I don't wanna. I like doing everything the way that I want to do it. Who is that? Is it Stuart from Mad TV? I don't wanna. Hello, Dr. Emery. How are you? Hello, Ground Zero. How's your day going? So we've got the Ten of Swords in the reverse for the third time, I believe that is. I feel very strongly this is about preventing this storm from having, you know, maximum damage. King of Wands coming in to tell the King of Pentacles, hey. Let's chill for a second. I know you're real mad at that, you know, collaborator or that coworker or that director, or whatever they are, right? But let's think about things in terms of long term. This is the 10 of Cups, okay? It's a very unusual 10 of Cups because it's literally got the Reaper on it. So we have somebody that I think is kind of taking a brilliant approach in terms of getting this King of Pentacles on board with the right approach, the right decision, and not doing what they're trying to do to, you know, reform or change this company is really not going to work. Magician in the reverse. King of Cups. There's another person who has told this King of Pentacles they will not be able to achieve what it is that they're setting out to do, or that whatever, like if they're trying to like sell off part of the business so that they can have like a change in terms of their bread and butter or their expertise. There's someone here who's like, I get it. I know you really want that to work out, but I don't think you have the, you know, vendors in place, or I don't think you have the processes in place. It feels like you're trying to run before you've learned how to walk, you know? Multiple people telling this King of Pentacles, like, whoa, Nelly, that song. Whoa, no. Maybe? This is the Ghost Tarot, by the way. Sun in the reverse. Ace of Swords in the reverse. Hermit. Look, I could let you make this mistake, and it might be kind of fun for me to watch you make this mistake, because there's something about this King of Wands, right? There's something that makes them kind of want to see what happens when this King of Pentacles makes this mistake. Like, I'm just kind of curious, like, how bad would you really mess it up? So I don't know if there's like a competitive vibe here. I don't know if there's, you know, you're just kind of stubborn or insolent, so maybe you deserve to have the outcome that you've been shooting for. But this King of Wands is being kind of like short with this person. Like, look, you want to avoid a catastrophe. Here's 3 things you need to do. I wrote it down on a Post-it note, so, stick it on the refrigerator or something. But if you don't listen to me, you're going to regret it. I've been down this path before. I know the business better. I understand what this market is capable of. This person's throwing around their weight, and I don't think that it's unfair. I think they really do have this expertise. I think they really do know what they're talking about. When they tell this King of Pentacles, you got it wrong. You got it so wrong. The King of Pentacles finally takes it and thinks, okay, maybe they're right. It doesn't matter that 70 other people told them. But this King of Wands says something, and now we have this King of Pentacles rethinking their approach. Okay, maybe I shouldn't have hired that person. They're actually really important to my company. Or maybe I shouldn't sell off that part of the company because it could cause some concerns in terms of how the rest of the company is running, right? Hello, Dino. How are you doing? Hello, Deborah. How are you? So this Tower is a change in perspective because they've been warned by someone they respect. Maybe it's a little bit begrudgingly, but they know it's the truth. This King of Wands doesn't have ulterior motives. They're telling it like it is. Page of Pentacles and the Ten of Pentacles. So as a result, we have a shift. I don't know why, but I'm seeing it as whenever the electricity goes out at my place, the reason I know that it's coming back on, there's this beep that goes off first. And I don't know, maybe it's like the electronics, maybe it's, the HVAC, I don't know. But that beep is always like a sign of her life. Very Pavlovian, right? I'm like, oh, here comes that electricity. I'm so excited. There's something here like that. There's a beep. It's kind of like if you're hoping somebody is like their heart starts beating again and you're listening to that. What's the machine where it goes beep, beep? I'm sorry, I'm not a nurse. There's some notification that shows, okay, you haven't totally ruined it. We're okay. I suppose it could be a stop, but this is like, no. You need to really think about what you're doing. And the King of Wands is not somebody to disregard lightly. So we've got the King of Pentacles in the reverse and the Seven of Cups. Because there's been some, illusion that the King of Pentacles bought in on, it has really undermined or created this risky situation. And it may even make this King of Wands rethink, like, let's say this is the person who founded the company and they sold it to this King of Pentacles. It may even make them rethink whether or not they are okay with that person actually keeping that company. Like, maybe I'm going to make you an offer and get it back because I don't know if I can trust you with my baby. That's the company I started and you're over here messing with it. I sold the house that I bought, the first house that I ever bought, and I put like my blood, sweat, and tears into that house. I painted all the white walls. I took out linoleum and put in tile floor, took down wallpaper. I hate that job more than probably anything. Okay. And it felt really great to finally be able to sell that house. But it was also kind of like a gut punch when I was selling it to hear the people who were buying it that they couldn't wait to change X, Y, and Z that I'd worked so hard on. It's like, okay, great. You don't like the tile that I chose, but like, damn it, that took me a really long time to do. It's your house. I guess you can do what you want. There's like a little bit of like, I don't know, man. I don't know if I want you to be able to mess with things like that. Maybe I need to like move you or like take back the reins, Hello, Mick. How are you doing? Hello, Matt. Did I say hello to Illuminati? Hello. Hello, Maribel. How are you doing? Good morning, Carrie. How's your day? Hello, Kim. How are you? So we've got mature man. This is our King of Wands. It doesn't have to be a man, but it is somebody who knows what they're talking about, right? We've already established that. And we've got gift in the reverse. I feel like this is somebody assessing the King of Pentacles, and they're like, I thought I could let you take over control. I thought you knew how to handle this. I thought you would help the business grow. And I'm looking over here and I'm realizing you don't have a clue. So maybe this is like the King of Pentacles is the child or, the heir apparent to the King of Wands. Maybe this was a trial run, but I feel like the King of Wands is telling the King of Pentacles, like, you need to like pack up and leave. You tried. That was great. Hey, thanks for that. But your try almost like destroyed what I worked to build. It risked losing the reputation that my company had. I don't need you over here trying to do things the wrong way. The mature woman clarifying the mature man. Child in the reverse and occupation. I think it's time that I recognize that you could have done right by this obligation, but you chose not to. I think this is maybe somebody getting fired. You took too many risks. You didn't really think about what you were doing. One of my favorite quotes from Jurassic Park is, you were so obsessed with thinking about whether or not you could do something, you never stopped to think about whether or not you should. I think he actually says, we never stopped to think about whether or not we should. Because I think it was one of the scientists that found a way to bring those dinosaurs back. All right, this is a situations deck. I'm doing well, thank you. It's finally getting warmer out there, but it's super windy today, so you can't really tell. Tragedy, forbidden love, and sold. I'm telling you, this is somebody who sold like their company. Like I, felt real good about what I'd created. You bought it. You said you were going to like do a few things, make it a little bit better, take out the tile that I laid. Like I even used a wet saw, you guys. I think this is somebody who's realizing I shouldn't have sold my company. I shouldn't have let somebody else take over. I shouldn't have let that person take direction or creative control. So I think this King of Pentacles is losing whatever they have currently laid ownership to, right? I'm going to do this. I'm going to make this change. I'm going to fire this engineer. And this King of Wands is like, you know what? At the end of the day, I'm still the one who's making decisions here. And I don't think I really like what you're doing. I think they end up wresting back control and telling this King of Pentacles that it's been real, but the, trial period, or what's it called? Interim. Thanks for being interim director of, messing stuff up. Thanks for trying to sell more gadgets, but it looks like you actually, or widgets. Gadgets or widgets. I think Gidget was Sally Field, right? I don't think you could really sell her. But we're going to have to send you packing because you don't know what you're doing. And I'm not going to let you ruin what I built, This is the Earth and Bone Oracle. What else do we have? Yeah, I guess because I did a lot of sales training, we would talk about selling widgets. What else? Stoicism, 19 and 41, nest. Peaceful, harmonious, receptiveness, manifestation, charity, generosity, sharing, and support. I think there was a lot of patience, I'm going to let you do your thing. Maybe I just need to give it a second, and then I'll find out that you actually are making a positive change. I just didn't see it at first, but I gave it a little time, and it feels to me like you don't know what you're doing. It's like if you were to let somebody use your car to learn how to drive, and you see them veering towards a mailbox or a building, and you're like, I think we're good now. We're gonna get you a bicycle. So we have beloved, love, relationships, reciprocity, union, and intertwinement. And conjurer, higher self, subconscious, influencing, and creation. I really do think there's some element of either I'm your mentor or I'm your parent, something along those lines, where I feel like I'm really invested in wanting to see you do well. But the more I watch what you're doing, I'm like, okay, you're gonna drive into that building. I need to get that steering wheel back, please. Thank you. You're not ready. So there might be a little bit of an argument, because I don't know. This King of Pentacles may put up a little bit of a fight with the King of Wands saying, and you're done. Mirror, reflection, number 20. And power lines, energy. It's almost like for some of you, this King of Wands gave this opportunity to the King of Pentacles for them to see how power really works, for them to see how money really works. You may have thought everything is so easy looking from, the outside in, but if you're in the driver's seat, what happens then? We have a full appreciation for just how difficult this is. Kind of like seems like a test. All right, this is the Star Trek Tarot. We have starships for cups or water. And then there's also Latinum for pentacles or earth. Cloaks are associated with fire, so wands. Death. Chariot in the reverse. This King of Pentacles may have a lot of energy, or may have a desire to kind of play scientist, or see what happens if I do this or if I do that. Maybe they'd be happier dealing with theoretical formulas instead of like actual things. But this Chariot in the reverse is like a lack of direction. I don't know what I'm good at is kind of what's coming through. I tried this. I didn't really do well at that. I tried that. I don't know. Seems like I was kind of wrong there. Ten of Swords. They're feeling like they don't know where they belong or where they would actually make a good impact. But they know what they really want is to be seen as like an expert or someone who knows what they're doing. And this latest chapter doesn't help, because they're kind of being hustled out of a place, right? Walked out like, nah, we don't think you should really be the boss anymore. Queen of Starships, or the Queen of Cups. And the Hanged Man. Because I have seen you work efficiently, or I've seen you do great things, I was hopeful that you could, take over and do well. But the fact that I'm, attached to you. Maybe I'm your mentor, maybe I'm your parent, whatever it is, right? This King of Wands is basically saying, just because I care about you or I want to see you do well doesn't mean that I'm willing to sacrifice or like watch something go by the wayside because you don't know what you're doing. Sorry. Hello, Sam. How's it going? Five of Latinum in the reverse and Justice. Yeah. So Justice is the King of Wands. They're saying, time's up. You know, I gave you this trial run, or I wanted to give you the benefit of the doubt. I really did think there was a chance we could make this work out, but we did not. So I think we need to be honest with ourselves that we probably need to go back to the status quo, or we need to kind of like go back to the drawing board. King of Starships, the King of Cups. This is that other person that said something to the King of Pentacles that they were doing something wrong. Oh, okay. So the King of Wands is basically saying, sorry, King of Pentacles, you didn't want to listen to anybody's advice. You wanted to do things your own way. You were like a bull in a china shop. You probably should have listened to people when they were giving you advice, like this King of Cups who tried to tell you that they should, you know, that you should do something a little bit different. The King of Wands is saying, sorry, adios, King of Pentacles. We're going to put this King of Cups in charge instead because we have the Four of Wands or the Four of Cloaks. Putting someone else in charge. Seven of Latinum or Seven of Pentacles and the Hermit. I do think that this King of Wands may be telling the King of Pentacles, so now you sit down by this person who I've given your job to and you learn something because it would benefit you. It's like, see this person that I'm giving your job to, see this person who told you how to do things right. You take notes, you shadow them, you figure out what it is that makes them so smart because that's what you were missing. That might not go over very well. I feel like we have a little bit of an ego on this King of Pentacles. Four of Swords, which is the Four of Batlets. And the World. That might be enough for the King of Pentacles to say, man, screw you, I'm going home. I don't want to do that. I don't want to learn from that person who took my job. That's insulting. So we might have a little bit of ego issue get in the way of this person actually being able to do some leveling up of their own. It's the whole thing here is about this King of Pentacles learning that you are stronger when you take into consideration all of the information. I'm not saying you have to be overly influenced. I'm not saying you have to do exactly what other people tell you. But when you're the only one who thinks that you should continue down a path that hasn't been going well, and there are people who are saying, hey, I think you're lost. The path is over here. We don't ignore it, you know? All right, this is What's the News? What else do we have? Time, delay, procrastination, and too busy. Black sheep, rebelling, going against expectations, and defying norms. So they felt like if I only have so much time to prove that I'm good, then I'm going to do something drastic. I'm going to do something really weird. Okay, I haven't thought about this person in a long time, but if you've watched, what is it called? Is it Top Chef? The one with Padma? So the guy that I'm thinking of is Marcel, and he's like, I don't even know, maybe even from like season 1. But he was the dude who wanted to put like foam on everything because he was weird. I'm not saying he's not talented. I'm just saying the whole group in that season, they were kind of like, do I really have to work with Marcel? That's what this King of Pentacles energy is like. There's this genius. There's this, I think Marcel had a reputation for being very good in terms of technique. following the process to a T. But there's also this like wild card element, you know, where you're like, no, I didn't really want foam on my mac and cheese. It's a strange choice. They did something. It's like when a company that's really known for comfort food decides overnight, let's get rid of all of, obviously I'm thinking of mac and cheese. Let's get rid of all of the comfort food. And instead we're going to just serve sushi, or we're just going to serve taco salad. People are going to be like, you better go get me that mac and cheese. That's what I came here for. This person changed too much and they felt like it would work out for them. Like be a little like feather in their cap. Is that the saying? But it did not. It did not work out that way. Penny pinching in the reverse and wine and dine. It's almost like someone was paid too much. Or they felt like they had plenty of room to kind of mess up, like no big deal, I can do whatever I want, but they needed to learn this lesson. I think the King of Wands wanted them to do well, but was also perfectly comfortable with taking this back. Okay, you're not ready. Give me back my Mustang. You're going back on your bike. You're not ready to drive yet. So we have dirty money, laundering, steal, and illegal. Oh my. And high vibing. This feels to me like we've got the King of Pentacles willing to do something shady to get ahead financially or business-wise, maybe even like insider trading. This person's willing to do something to step outside the norm or to, you know, do something illegal. And everybody else is like, nope, we're not going to do that. And that's when this King of Wands says, okay, we're going to put you in timeout. You don't know what you're doing. And I'm not looking to get, you know, taken to court over something that you thought was cute. So no more power, no more decision-making options for this person. All right, this is the Gypsy Oracle. What else do we have? Hello, Voyager. Oh, no worries, Peggy. How are you doing? We've got Journey. We had that at the beginning too, right? From the Kipper. So this King of Pentacles is sent packing by the King of Wands. Merchant in the reverse. Do not, what's the saying? Do not collect money. Like, okay, go straight to jail. Do not pass go. Do not get $100, $200, whatever it is. This is like, get out, get your stuff and get out. You're not, you're not going to buy anything. You're not going to sell anything. You are causing trouble. So the King of Wands, I think, could be the person that's getting this message of, yeah, there's a potential storm ahead, but you know how to protect yourself against it. You know how to minimize the damage. And it seems to be going in and firing this King of Pentacles or telling this person, I don't think you're ready for that level. We have falseness in the reverse. There could be some accusations. There could be some anger from this King of Pentacles. They may want to attack the King of Wands because they liked having that position of power or being able to make the calls, right? But it's not going to work. There is a very high reputation or like a lot of respect that this King of Wands has throughout the community or throughout the company. So I don't know that the King of Pentacles really has much they can do with that. Maybe they're hoping they can like change the decision, but I don't see that being an option. So, all right, I'm going to leave it there. Hello, Third Eye. I hope you're having a good day. Thank you everyone for the likes and the subscribes. I hope to see you on my next reading. Doodles.